Hey warriors, welcome back to our new episode about series Linux Basics for Hacker. In today's episode, we are going to see one of the most important thing, which is Linux file hierarchy, and we are also going to know one thing, which is, for example, if you want to copy something from your Linux system to your host system, which can be Windows or Mac OS, so this functionality is not allowed by default. So you need this functionality again and again when you are trying to do penetration testing or you are trying to do some hacking stuff. Okay, so to perform many activities or functionality, you need this permission to copy something from your host system to your Linux or from your Linux to Windows. Okay, so by default, this functionality is not allowed. We have to enable this. I forgot to mention it in our previous video. So first of all, open your VirtualBox. Okay, in VirtualBox, select your machine. By default, my host machine Kali, which is Kali Linux, is selected. So click on setting. Once you click on setting, there are many options. Just click on general. By default, it is selected general. And in general, we have four options: basic, advanced, description, and disk encryption. Simply click on advanced. In advanced, you can see we have shared clipboard option. Right now, it is bidirectional, which I have done. But by default, it will be disabled. Just click on bidirectional and drag and drops to just click on bidirectional. Okay, by default, it will be disabled. Just press OK and you have to restart. Okay. Now let us move to our Kali Linux. So in Kali Linux, first of all, we will open our terminal and we will increase its size. So this is our Kali Linux. Okay, this is our terminal. The name Codex, it is our username. Okay, and what is our host name? Our host name is Kaliki. You can keep any host name. You can keep Kali, Windows, whatever you want to keep, and you can keep any username to which is Codex in my case. Okay, so let us understand one more thing. There are two kinds of user in Linux. Number one is regular user, and the second one is root user. What is root user? You can take it as admin user or administrator who has extreme control over everything in your Linux. Okay. Now to log in as root user, you have to give command sudo su, and root user is also known as super user. Okay. So give command sudo su and press enter. Thereafter it will ask for password. Just enter your password. And now you can see our username has turned out to be root and our hostname is Kalki and it has turned out to be red. Now we are logging as root user. Okay. So these are two kind of user. As a hacker or as a pen tester, you are going to work with root user a lot because there are many tools that require root user permission. I'll recommend you one thing: when you are performing a small task or task which do not require root privilege, don't use don't use as a root user, because suppose if you get hacked, it may sound funny, but yeah, hackers also get hacked. Suppose you get hacked as a root user, then all the privileges of your system can be accessed by a hacker. So yeah, whenever you are trying to use your system, try to be a regular user. But yeah, if you need, just log in as a root user. Now let us move to our next subject, which is our Linux file hierarchy. It is one of the most important things. So let us try to understand it using a diagram. So here is a diagram. At the top of this, we have root directory. Unlike in Windows, what we have at the base, we have C drive, physical drive, which is C drive. But in Linux, it has a logical file system. At the top, we have root directory. Again, there are every directory or subdirectory of the file system or whatever thing is stored in this. Okay. For example, root directory is at the topmost directory. It is denoted by /, and thereafter we have many subdirectories under it, which is root, boot. Okay. Let me make it clear. Root directory is different from root user. Okay. It is just a directory. So it has a root. It is super user's home directory. Thereafter we have boot subdirectory. It is kernel image. Thereafter we have etc system configuration file. You are going to deal with this a lot. We have home user directories, and there are a lot of other subdirectories. Okay. Throughout this series, we will confront this directories, and during those period, we will try to understand this. Okay. It is not that important, because if you try to understand right now, it will be very hard for you, or during doing task, it will be very easy to understand. So I'll not put burden on you. But still, if you just want to remember, you can just check it out, and you can go on Google and search for Linux file hierarchy, and you'll be able to understand if you just want to understand during this period. But I'll recommend you that during task, it is really easy to understand, because at that period of time you are really focused. Okay. So now let us come back to our Linux, and I'll try to make you understand in this. So since I have not told you about command, if you know about the command, that's fine. But if you don't know, no need to worry. Just I'm trying to show you Linux file hierarchy using commands. Okay. So at the top, what we have, it is a root directory. It is denoted by /. Okay. Just click on the / and press enter. Okay. Now you can see we are in root directory. This shows in which directory we are. This side is known as home directory. Now we are in root directory. Okay. Now if I press ls, Don't focus on command right now. Just I'm pressing ls, and it will list down all subdirectories or the files we have under this. So under root, we have a lot of files which we saw earlier: bin, home, lib32, mnt, run. These all are files, okay, which are under root directory. Now, if we just navigate to our home, you can press tab. If there is a unique character, it will fill automatically, and just press enter. Now we are in home. If we check how many directories are in home, since we are just one user, Codex, and since I am logged in as Codex, so I can access only Codex. Okay, so we are in a home. It has a Codex. Now if I navigate to Codex, which is our user, and we press enter, now we are in our home directory. You can see this sign. This sign denotes that we are in our home directory. Now if I press ls, we can see, and we have a normal file or directory or subdirectory which we normally see in our system: desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, public, templates, videos. This is how Linux file hierarchy works. And at last, I would like to tell you one thing more, guys. Don't try to cut at the last and click on power of the machine and press OK. It will lead to further issues. So simply try to close it using giving command. You can give command shutdown -h and no, and press enter. It will automatically shut it down. Okay, guys, I hope you found this video helpful, guys. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to our channel, and if you have any query, comment down in the comment box. And see you next video, guys. Happy hacking. Bye.